Find yourself in a comfortable position, bringing your attention to your breath, maybe inviting some movement into your neck and into your wrists, inviting a bit of blood flow into our body. Maybe we alternate directions. Keep your attention on your body and on your breath as we move. And let's prepare for some cat-cow by planting our hands below our shoulders and our knees about hip width. And as we exhale, we're going to push strongly into the mat, engaging our core, navel to spine, finding our Halloween kitty cat. And as we prepare to inhale, bringing that sternum through our arms, core is still strong. And exhaling, pushing back into cat. And inhaling and finding our cow once more. And just move with the pace of your breath a few times in and out of this posture. Inviting all that blood flow into our core, our heart, our lungs. Inhaling, and on our next exhale, planting our toes and bringing those hips back. And maybe we roll it forward, engaging that spine and inviting a stretch into the posterior body, finding ourselves in downward facing dog. Arms are strong, legs are strong. Breathing here for just a moment. Our attention is on our breath, and pushing off with our toes, inviting a little rock forward, arching that back into that Halloween spine, coming back into down dog, hanging that head loose, waving forward once more, a couple of times to awaken our posterior body, starting with the toes, rolling all the way up, hinging at the hips, and waving back, letting that neck hang before rolling forward once more, feeling that back body waking up. And on our next roll forward, we're going to invite ourselves to find plank pose, giving a few extra pushes into the mat, small little movements, but we're working our serratus anterior muscles right now, right in front of those ribs below our pectoral muscles. Small pushes is all you need. And find rest back in down dog. And breathe here. Finding stillness in our down dog. And as we prepare to move forward, rocking into plank, back into down dog, let's bring that right knee to our nose, keeping that core nice and tight, keeping that compression engaged. And we're going to shift our body weight into our left palm and foot and rise into side plank. Our knee is bent. Maybe you want to go elbow to knee. Maybe you want to find extension. You can keep your knee elbow repetitions up if you'd like to challenge your balance. Strong push into the mat as we drop it back into down dog, back on all fours. Breathing here. Hands are still strong in the mat as we rock forward into plank, back into down dog, wave it forward into plank, back into down dog, and again, roll it forward, inviting that arch in our spine, pushing with those little serratus muscles in our plank pose. Strong push, little movements, pushing it back and rolling it forward, keeping that core tight, back into down dog, bringing that left knee to our nose as we roll forward into plank. Core is strong, transitioning that weight into our right palm and right foot. Pop it into side plank if you're feeling rooted. And maybe you want to go long. And maybe if you want a bit more, you bring that knee and elbow together, really challenging that balance and push into the mat. And when you feel ready to root it back, push it back into down dog, finding all four as we let that neck hang, waving it forward, rocking it back, finding a nice pace with your breath. Now let's rock it forward once more, giving a few extra pushes into the mat for that serratus anterior. And when you're ready, back into down dog. Finding rooting here before we challenge our balance a bit more. We're going to invite our right foot to the sky into three-legged dog. And keeping our arms strong, bringing our right knee to our right elbow and rocking forward, keeping that core tight and pushing it back, foot to the sky. And we're going to bring our right knee into our nose. Core is strong, arms are strong, pushing back into the mat and rocking back into the sky with that foot. And then we're going to go right knee to left elbow, inviting a bit of a twist in our core. And if you feel rooted, I invite you into side plank, further challenging that balance, and back into three-legged dog. Parking it into plank, rocking back and down dog, and breathing here. And staying rooted, we're going to prepare to repeat this sequence on the other side. Rock it forward into plank as you're ready, back into three-legged dog, inviting our left or the opposite leg to the sky, and left knee to left elbow. Compression is strong, core is strong, hands into the mat are strong, and back into three-legged dog as you are ready. And finding that left knee to our nose, keeping that core tight. And back into three-legged dog as you are ready. And left knee to right elbow, inviting a twist on that opposite side. And if you feel rooted, side plank, challenging that balance. Back into three-legged dog. And let's roll through a few more waves with the spine, finding a nice pace with the breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And let's roll it forward into side plank. And we're going to do something I call threading the needle, right toe to the earth. Thread it through to the opposite side, planting your right palm, left to the sky. Left foot is going to point towards the earth. Start to thread it through as you plant your left palm, right to the sky. Right toe is going to find the earth. Thread it through as you plant your right palm, left to the sky. Finding that twist in our core. Finding that rhythm. And let's find rest and down dog next as we prepare for the next part of the sequence. We're going to increase the challenge a bit, rocking it forward into plank, finding our three-legged dog. We can go knee to elbow, or we can go toe to wrist, keeping that leg strong. Back into three-legged, and let's do it again. Back into three-legged, one more time, and into side plank if you're feeling rooted, and rest it in down dog when you need, or go long before finding your dog. And on the opposite side, remember you can go knee to elbow, or you can increase that challenge and go toe to wrist. Leg is strong, core is strong. Back into three-legged, and again, one more time, toe to wrist. Go long into three-legged, and again, toe to wrist and into side plank. And rest in down dog if you need, or you can go long before planting all four on the mat and resting here. Rocking forward into your tabletop. Maybe you plant your hands and find one more Halloween kitty cat as we bring our butt back and park into a seated pose. And we're going to incorporate some horizontal rotations into our practice just because shoulder health. Bringing our arms into two 90-degree brackets, keeping our elbows rooted on a point on the wall, moving only our forearms. Not dissimilar from a door hinge, we're going to do 3 sets. Keeping the movements comfortable. And I like to stretch in between my sets, inviting some movement into my scapula. I'll do maybe 8 to 15 reps, depending on the day, depending on the sets. And another little wiggle in between, allowing the scapula to move. They are one of our moving bone masses. And one more time. Really feeling that back scapula area burning now. And maybe you want to wiggle it again before going back into our tabletop. And we're going to work through a few more cat-cow. Still keeping that strong push into the mat. Knees are rooted. And we might be wearing down a bit, but we're going to challenge our balance just a little bit more. And as you feel rooted, we're going to find extension in our right leg. And I like to sometimes peek down my body just to make sure my leg is not wandering off too far. And then once I know my leg is in the right direction, I find extension with my arm into our pointer dog. Breathing here. Root back in tabletop as you're ready. And when you feel rooted, we're going to find extension with that left leg. Track down your body if you like, and extend that right when you feel steady. And plant it back into tabletop whenever you need. And let's find our way through a few more cat-cow rotations. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. And let's bring it back into child's pose. Allowing our forehead to meet the mat. And I like to bring my hands back by my feet. And this really allows my scapula to open up across the back. And it also allows my shoulders to roll down towards the earth and really encompass me in this rooted, supported feeling. And I like to roll my forehead gently from side to side and massage it into the mat. And if you like, To open that heart space, you can bring your hands forward into whatever variation best serves you in this moment. And as you feel ready, come to a seated position, bringing your attention back to your body, back to your breath. How do you feel? Are you energized? Are you tired? Are you relaxed? Could you use more? So many things to check in with. But most importantly, thank yourself for being here, for showing up for yourself, and for holding space for yourself. And remain here for as long as you wish. And love and light to you for sharing this space.